Yeah, felt good, Jay sir. Little bit like breathtaking
Yeah.
after 30 seconds. Yeah. But the stomach was muscles were like pulled.
Hmm. Is that right?
Yes.
Um, how did it feel standing up afterward?
Yeah, felt
And
like taking deep breaths.
when you're standing straight, you're feeling like taking deep breaths.
Yes, Jay sir.
Nice. Very nice. Actually, it did. It's a very, how shall we say, central piece to the puzzle. Um, so our postures can, in fact, I expect the postures to improve. All of our postures to improve. By default, we will stand straight with less effort. So this 2 minute thing can be a really have a good overall effect. Let's hear from others.
Jay, a question, quick one. The elbows in the beginning, right? If we are sort of okay, but if we are trying to do a back-to-back, maybe you're trying the second time 30, uh, there is a tendency for some wobbliness around the elbows. So I try to lock it out in the position it sort of feels okay. That's fine, right? As in the elbow seems to be pointing to both walls. I mean,
Um,
not as a with a bend, but basically when I lock it, right, it goes one way.
I see. Is it okay if you come on the video and show me? If it's not immediately okay, let's. I want to see the the thing to note is when we are bending the wrist. See, there is a crease. Let that crease be aligned to the wall, front wall crease. If you're facing a wall and there is the bottom of the wall, and there is a crease, and when you don't align yourself with the fingers, right? Fingers could be pointing every which way. Different fingers are constructed differently. Um, but see if you can align it to the wrist, the bend of the wrist, and it creates a crease like this. This crease. I'm talking about this crease.
Right.
That crease, align it to the wall, front wall crease. I'm not sure if I am making this any clearer or if I'm confusing. Please ask if I'm confusing you.
Yes, Jay, that part is clear. The hand, the right, I mean rather the palm on the mat at right angles, that crease is definitely it is pointing towards the front wall.
Okay.
My elbow, there is a possibility rotate the elbow. Um, in one orientation, it is pointing to the back. If I
Hmm.
lock it, it points to the side wall. So just
Hmm.
wanted to see if either is okay because locking it towards the side wall makes it slightly easier.
I see. No, but once you fix the crease, wherever the elbow goes and you lock it, that's fine.
Uh, Fair enough. Then that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, see, we all have different constructions. Um, the reason why I'm asking for the crease to be aligned to the front wall is sometimes, um, just so, sometimes we might have the palm this way or this way. That might actually cause a lot of either elbow strain or shoulder strain. And I used to say, keep the fingers pointing to the front. But then I realized that palms are not constructed equal. So sometimes, even when you bend, the fingers may not be pointing directly up. Or, for example, if I bend like this, it may not be pointing directly back. And so using the fingers as a guide is also problematic. And so you can use the crease of the wrist. And if also pay attention if there is any strain building up, if is there any sharp pain anywhere, make sure that you pay attention. Anybody else have any questions about so far practicing up to 30 seconds on plank? You're all good? We're ready for 45 seconds and I'm wasting time before we could get to 45 seconds. I guess if there are no questions, let us begin. Let us orient ourselves inward. Let us begin again. Eyes softly closed. Any comfortable seated posture. Three deep breaths. And after that, allow the breaths to be normal. And attend to the breath. Attend to the visitor, like how we attend to people, guests visiting, with care, with a smile, open arms, with a welcoming attitude. Let us welcome and attend to the precious breaths. Let these breaths visit us for a long time to come. And we are in a position to receive them with the happy home. Somebody said happiness is a starting point. Being at peace and being comfortable is a starting point, not the end of some activity or some effort. We start this practice from peace. And we receive this breath from peace. And everything that we do from a state of peace produces happiness. Palms to the heart center. Namaskaram. Tilt your head forward. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down with the chest looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And one last round. Inhaling. Exhaling down. Release. Cat posture. Hands and knees. Inhaling, look up. Allow the spine to hang loose down. Exhaling, look down, arch your back up from cat posture. Sunil, cat posture. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. 3 more rounds. Sunil, not sure if you're able to hear me. Sunil. Cat posture. After a total of 5 rounds, neutral cat posture, take a deep breath. Right leg back and up, look up, inhale. Exhaling, knee coming forward, look down, arch your back up, exhale. 4 more rounds. After completing right leg, 5 rounds, take a deep breath, exhale. Left leg back and up, look up, inhale. Exhaling, knee coming forward, look down, arch your back up, exhale. 4 more rounds. Keep the toes off the mat as you bring the knee forward toward the nose. And your back arches up as much as you can. After completing 5 rounds, neutral cat posture, take a deep breath, exhale. Now, let us practice 45 seconds of plank posture. Are there any questions from anybody before we begin? Remember the alignment, shoulders right on top of the wrists. The shoulders are not in front of the wrists, right above. And the line from the head, neck, spine, legs, all the way to the heel is one line at an incline. Abdomen fully engaged, shoulder blades away from each other. And keep the abdomen throughout the practice engaged. Come to plank posture. And let us begin. Five seconds. 10 seconds. 15 seconds. 20 seconds. 25 seconds. 30 seconds. 35 seconds. 40 seconds. And 45 seconds. Stop the practice. Drop your knees down. Vajrasana. Relax the shoulders. Where do you feel the posture? If you could unmute your phone and share. When you're holding this for 45 seconds, where do you feel the posture?
Arms.
Arms, okay. Thank you, Irma. Others?
Shoulder.
Lower back, sir.
Lower back, okay.
For me, it was hands actually.
Hands, okay.
Abdomen also.
Abdomen, okay. Anybody
Wrist
else?
also I felt.
Sorry?
Wrist.
Wrist, okay. All right.
Stomach and thighs.
Thighs and
Stomach.
stomach, okay. All right. Anybody else?
Right on the shoulders also I felt. Sridhar.
Shoulders, yes.
And the wobbly feeling happens near the abdomen.
Yes, yes, yes. Definitely. Anybody else? For those who felt it on the hands and the wrists, please make sure that your shoulders, first of all, have the palms shoulder width apart. If you're holding them broader, that can also, in fact, that can actually can more feel the posture more in your arms and shoulders. It's a more strenuous practice. So first of all, start with the palms shoulder width apart. And second, in trying to hold the abdomen in, if you are tending to push the entire body forward, you might cause more strain on the wrists and hands. And so abdomen tight and yet holding the shoulders right over the wrists. So there is a 90-degree angle between the top of your hand and the upper arm. When I say hand, there's some confusion. So this is the hand, right? Not this. This is arm, right? Forearm, upper arm. And when I say the angle between the palms, the top of the hand, this is the top of the hand, and the forearm is 90 degrees. And if you feel that is too strenuous, you can push back a bit. So it is the angle between the top of your hand and the forearm is more than 90 degrees. Does that, so those who had hand and wrist, could you come back once again and make sure that you follow and then tell me if this helps? Do it for like a few seconds and then come back and tell me.
Sure.
It is very important to get this right, otherwise you will keep building strain and progressing would be more difficult.
Jay, can I show you my?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, those who can come on the video and demonstrate. Yeah, be on your side so we can see. Yes, that's good. Now you need to get the camera down so I can look at your. Yes, good. That's very good. Now you need to push your hips up a bit. Hips up, a little bit more. And then shoulder blades away from each other. You might feel the posture even more on your abdomen, right? Drop your knees down. Drop your knees down. Your wrist position is good. Now, when I asked you to lift your hips up, you felt it more in your abdomen?
Right.
Yes. And that is exactly where you need to hold. We tend to allow the hips to sink down more than we need to. And we kind of relax the abdomen by that way, by sinking the hips down. So if you feel relaxation in your abdomen, you need to bring the hips up a bit and hold it in posture. Your wrist position was okay. Now, does it hurt, Rashmi? Were you the one of the person said wrist
Yes.
is hurting?
Wrist, yes. I'll just do it once again, Jay.
Yeah, sure. Yes, very good posture, very good hip posture, and wrist is very nice, and this is a good plank. And you just drop your knees down. See, her elbows are pointing not directly to the back, toward the side, and that is okay. Srini, you were talking about this, right? So, and that's all right.
Sure.
Anybody else wanting to get a read of how we are practicing? It's important to get this right. Thank you, Rashmi. All right. Let us proceed to few lateral bends today. Come up to standing. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskar Mudra. 3 deep breaths. Three rounds of Surya Namaskara. Begin. Paying attention to every breath. As you practice Surya Namaskara consciously, moving arms and legs and spine, the head, everything is moving relative to each other, and being conscious. After completing, comfortably separate your feet and stand relaxed. Allow the breath to normalize on its own. Three deep breaths. Separate your feet 3 feet, 3.5 feet wide, as in Trikonasana practice, and allow the toes to point directly forward. Place the palms on the sides of the thighs. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Sunil, separate your legs 3.5 feet wide. So yes, toes pointing forward. Now slide your left fingers down the left leg and bend toward the left side. Right fingers reaching for the left wall, and your left fingers are on the left leg just as a guide, not as support. Bring your right arm behind your right ear and then turn your head and look up at the ceiling. Gently move your right hip towards the right wall and right fingers reaching for the left wall. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, come up. Exhaling, release the arms. Now when you're bending, there is a tendency for the upper shoulder to fall forward towards the front. Make sure that you keep the upper shoulder also in the same plane as the lower shoulder. And the lower shoulder and the lower leg are in the same plane. I'll keep the upper shoulder also to be in the same plane instead of falling forward. Left arm up. Left arm up toward the ceiling. Right palm on the right leg. Slide. Sunil, keep your right toes forward. Right toes pointing forward, yes. Slide your right fingers down the right leg. Your left hip going towards, gently move your left hip toward the left wall and left fingers reaching for the right wall. Right fingers gently on the right leg. Bring the left arm behind your left ear and turn your head and look up at the ceiling. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release the arms. Bring your feet comfortably closer. Relax. You might feel the posture on your inner thighs as well, even as we try to stretch the outer side. You might have felt the posture on your inner thighs as well. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now let us use the previous lateral bend as a preparation for Trikonasana. Bring your feet 3 feet, 3.5 feet wide. Rotate your right foot toward the right wall. Right foot pointing to the right wall. Now back foot, left foot, toes are still pointing to the front wall. Hands on your waist. Stretch your right arm toward the right wall. Lean toward the right wall. Keep the right knee straight. Keep the right knee straight throughout the practice. Now look at your left shoulder. Keep looking at the left shoulder. Keep it from falling forward. Bend toward the right leg. Allow the right arm to hang loose behind your right leg. Left arm up toward the ceiling. Gazing at your left thumb. Trikonasana practice. Gently shift the left hip toward the back wall or toward the left wall. So your weight distribution is more even on both feet. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slightly bend the right knee, hands on your waist, inhaling, come up. Take a deep breath, exhale. Rotate your right foot in and left foot out. Throughout the practice, keep the left knee straight, left arm toward pointing to the left wall. Lean toward the left wall and bend and allow the left arm to hang behind your left leg. Keep the right shoulder up and then right arm up. Gaze at your right thumb. Move your right hip just a bit toward the right wall to bring both legs to be active. It's not just the action only on the front leg. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slightly bend the left knee, hands on your waist, inhaling, come up. Bring your feet comfortably closer, release your arms and relax. Take a deep breath, exhale. Parshvakonasana. Let's approach Parshvakonasana through Ashva. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling left foot back, long step back. Ashvasanchalana. Place the left foot on the mat, hands on your waist, inhaling, come up and face the left wall. Face the left wall. Sanjay, you need to turn and face the left wall. Yes. Sunil, you're facing front, face the left wall. Yes. Yes, good. Now bend your right knee. Bend your right knee. See if you can bring the right thigh parallel to the ground and allow the right knee to stay right on top of the right ankle. Right knee stays only on top of right ankle, not in front of ankle. It just stays right on top. Right arm pointing to the right wall. Lean toward the right wall. And right fingers reaching the mat outside of the right foot. If you're not able to, keep the right elbow across your right thigh. Left arm up and over. Up and over. Left fingers pointing to the right wall. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, left hands on your waist, inhaling, come up. Face the right foot and Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, left foot forward between the palms. Place the back foot on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up and face the right wall. Start bending your left knee and bring the left thigh parallel to the ground if you can. And bring the left knee right on top of the left ankle. Left arm extended to the front. Lean toward the front and get your fingertips or palm reaching the mat outside of your left foot. And if you're not able to do that, bring the left elbow right across the right thigh. Sorry, left thigh. Right arm up and over. Gazing at your right fingertips. Parshvakonasana. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist. Inhaling, come on. Face the left foot, Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back, plank. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Vajrasana. Three deep breaths before we practice Parivrtta Ashtachandra. The lateral bends that we did as a preparation for the standing twisting posture. Take another deep breath, exhale. Shashankasana. Relax. Plank posture. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Separate your feet 6 inches apart. Inhaling, right foot forward and place the right foot closer to the right palm. Your left foot is on the toes, right foot flat on the mat. Keep the back foot on the toes, hands on your waist, straighten up the spine. Now turn your torso and the shoulders toward your right side. Turn your torso and shoulders to the right side. Extend your left arm toward the front. Those who can, bring the left fingertips outside of your right foot down on the mat. Those who can. Others others can place the left forearm on the right thigh and right arm up and over. Parivirta Ashta Chandra. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist, straighten up the spine. Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Drop your knees down, Vajrasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. Plank posture. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Separate your feet 6 inches apart. Inhaling, left foot forward and place the left foot closer to the left palm. And leave the back foot on the toes, hands on your waist, straighten up the spine. It's a balancing posture as well. Now turn the torso and the shoulders and the head toward your left side. Stretch your right arm toward the front and right fingers reaching the mat outside your right foot on the ground. If you're not able to, just simply place the forearm on the right thigh. Left arm up and over. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist, straighten up the spine. Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Dropping knees down, Vajrasana. Parivrtta Ashtachandra requires more flexibility. So if you're not able to reach the ground with your palm, fingertips or palm, it's okay. You can simply place. Parivrtta means twisted. You twist and place the forearm on the thigh and then open up the upper shoulder to feel the twist. You can make that modification. This, if you keep practicing, that's a way before we can approach Parivrtta Parshvakonasana. But the back foot is also flat on the mat and it requires even more flexibility. Sukhasana. Let's practice Gomukhasana. Cross your right leg over your left and see if you can bring the knees as closely aligned, one on top of each other, to the extent you can. Right arm up. Bend your right elbow and place the right palm in the middle of the back. Now make sure your right elbow is pointing directly up and your upper right arm is not too close to your head. Take your left arm back, bend your left elbow. If you can touch the right fingers with the left fingers, that's great. Those who can grab, hold, or lock their fingers together, one over the other. Those who can reach for the wrists. After you reach for however much you can today, now check the elbows. Is the right upper elbow pointing directly up with a room for the head? Is the left elbow pointing down? And then finally close your eyes with the awareness at the eyebrow center. Gomukhasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently open your eyes. Release the arms, release the legs. Shake your legs. Sukhasana. Left leg crossing over the right leg. Left knee on top. Make sure that don't compromise on the seat bones. Both seat bones have to be on the mat, firmly fixed. Even if you have to compromise on the leg posture, don't compromise on the seat bones. Left arm up toward the ceiling, stretch up. This should be easier with the lateral bends that we have done, a bit easier. Bend the left elbow. Place the left palm middle of the back between the shoulder blades, finger pointing down. Allow room between your left arm and the head. The left arm is not crouching or crowding your head. And then take your right arm to the back. Fingers touching. Even if they don't touch, it's okay. Focus on pointing the elbow up and taking the elbow, upper elbow up and lower elbow down. Gently close your eyes. Awareness at the eyebrow center. Gomukhasana. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently open your eyes. Release the arms, release the legs. Shake your legs. Lying down on your back. Hug the knees, rock back and forth. And going side to side. And proceed to Shavasana. After making any final movements, peace is the starting point. Or let us make peace, being at peace, the starting point for all activities. Not that we do something to arrive at peace. Let us start from peace. Make that the precondition before initiating any activity. Including coming up with a thought or coming up with a word or coming up with a posture or action. And someone said, all activities done from the point of peace is happiness. Watch every breath. If breathing is an activity, or being Shavasana is an activity, let those be done from peace. It's an attitude. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana. Take your hands back. Inhale, exhaling, bending forward, thanking the earth. Inhaling, come up. Rub your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massage your closed eyes and gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much.